This Town TV and This Town magazine is more than just about advertising. It's a network set up to help small businesses and people with talent in and around Southend, hopefully to achieve a better future. I'm with Steve McCartney of Lindisfarne, and he's directing History Boy, is that right?
That's correct, yes, Richard. It's a play I've always wanted to do for some time, and we have a lot of boys available at the moment. They're all applying for drama school, but we're very lucky to have them till sort of the end of June, and obviously we're taking advantage, and they're getting the chance to play the History Boys, which they're thoroughly enjoying. It's a complicated play, but very, very interesting. And we're just rehearsing what we call the French scene. And everyone has to speak in French virtually, and that's been quite a challenge. We've been doing some work with the French teachers this evening, and obviously we've started blocking the scene properly now, and I think it's going quite well. I'm looking from a point of view of being a member of the audience all the time, watching what the audience will see and what they want to be entertained by. And I know it's difficult for the boys on stage, they don't always understand that, but I do direct hopefully with a firm hand. It helps, I think, just to keep things in focus, because they are easily distracted by mobile phones and girlfriends and, you know, whatever young boys have. So I think we're doing well. We don't go up until the 21st of May. It's our production week, so we've got quite a bit of time in hand still to fashion those scenes as we want them to be seen by the audience. And I feel I have a responsibility to Alan Bennett to get it right as well, because he's one of the most prolific playwrights in the UK, and I think it's important we do his play justice. It's not often done because it's quite a complex play.
Yeah. So what's your background then? You're an actor and director, but I mean, what have you been up to yourself?
Well, I basically, my day job's working in IT, and I do use IT. We're going to be doing some video projection and stuff in this production, and that helps me when I have the IT to hand. I make all the sound effects and music all come in on cue. I'm very good at that sort of thing. But I've joined Lindisfarne back in 1996, and I've been chairman and treasurer and stage manager and director, actor. I've done all the jobs really throughout the years. And being a drama group, that's what you tend to do, pitch in from filling up the van to take it down to the Dixon studio where we perform, to making sure all the accounts are all up to date and everything's balanced on the books, so to speak.
Yeah. That was my next question, actually. So it's going to be the Dixon Theatre, that's at the Palace Theatre,
It is, yes. The production week is the 21st to the 25th of May, and we perform upstairs at the Dixon studio, a nice intimate space, which we hopefully will get good audiences for. Ticket sales are going quite well already, actually. The nice thing about the Dixon is the audience are literally only a few feet away from the actors, so they do feel as if they're in the classroom and part of the class, and I think that just adds to the ambiance of the thing. And provided, just say, we get everything right on the night, as the phrase goes, it should be a very entertaining evening for the audience. I like working with the actors. I particularly enjoy working with younger actors because they are very enthusiastic, and it's just nice to get their experience because they're fairly new to acting, and that's really good, and to help them sort of understand what their part entails and what focuses particularly in a scene and what the director's intention was within that scene. But they're very good. They all do a lot of study on their own, and they don't need that much help from me. They just need a little prod in the right direction, as you probably saw. And hopefully, as I say, working in a collaborative method like that, it does produce good results. We have a very interesting year planned for next year as well. As you might not know, but I'll tell you that it is in fact the centenary of the First World War in 2014. We're planning to do a play which is very popular called the Accrington Pals, and that's going to be in March of next year. And we're also doing The Dresser, which is Ronald Harwood, and we're doing a Ray Cooney farce, which are very, very popular, and we do them quite well in Lindisfarne, and the actors enjoy acting in those. We've done 2 so far, and this one's called Caught in the Net, and we're doing that June next year. So we plan a programme really far in advance, and we'll be auditioning for that in September. And we've got this play coming up in May, and then a month later we start God of Carnage, and that will be also at the Dixon, and they're actually rehearsing that somewhere else tonight. Another group of 4 people, separate completely, with a different director. So we're a very busy group. We've got Lindisfarne Players on Facebook and at Lindisfarne on Twitter. and we've got those pages running quite nicely now. And we also, for the actual cast of the productions, we have like a closed group on Facebook, which is quite good, where we can give information about rehearsals to the casts, and that works quite well. We embraced Facebook because it's worked well for us, both for inviting people to our shows and also for communicating what we're doing as a group. And we get lots of inquiries through Facebook, which is really good.
Okay, lovely. Thanks a lot, Steve McCartney. Cheers. You live in Dagenham? What, you come over here?
Come up here for St. Week and walk round Southend in the fresh air.
That's making you angry, isn't it, Tom?
You haven't held to yourself?
Yeah, I'm not being funny. Even though I love it. Look at the size of that. That is huge, isn't it? Mixed grill was so big we've actually shared it between us. So Dave, come down here and try and eat one of these yourself. I'm with Derek Warwick of WDW Memorabilia. I'm in his shop now. Just tell us a little bit about the shop, what you're doing here.
Well, it's obviously signed, all genuinely signed, sporting, film, TV, politics, etc. It was born out of a thing for collecting more than anything.
Yeah.
And I've been collecting now over 50 years. Started off when I was 10.
Right.
And a lot of people say, can you ever remember the first autograph you collected? Well, I can remember as though it was only yesterday. It was at my local co-op store, which was in Cambridge, where I originate from, and Stanley Matthews came to promote his football boots.
Oh yeah.
And that was August of '53, and he brought along the FA Cup, which his team Blackpool won that year.
Yeah.
And that was the very first autograph, and since then I've been sort of stage doors, BBC, ITV studios, generally round and about collecting autographs. And then, as I say, it was just as a collector, just a collector personally. Yeah. And then, as I say, I was coming up for retirement, and I thought, what am I going to do in my retirement? And I thought, well, this might be a way, because I love putting montages together. So if people have got things from a specific concert they've been to or whatever, we can turn it into something rather than it just sitting in the bottom of a drawer.
Yeah, which is what a lot of people do, don't they? They get signatures from famous people and it just ends up, I've done it myself. I've got a programme from Southern Film Festival with like Ray Winston's on there, and it's just stuck in a drawer. But if I bought it here, you can frame it for me, and
yeah, you can make it into a piece, and it then becomes bespoke.
Yeah.
And no one else is obviously going to have one like it unless they copy it. But I mean, it makes it that more personal rather than just going and buying something. And you know, we can do that, and we frame football shirts for people, etc. So.
Is there any ones that you like got a good memory of? Like ones that you know, signatures you've got that you can remember about yourself?
Bobby Moore, obviously always been a icon. His signature, obviously, and he is part of my personal collection.
Yeah.
Busby Babes, obviously, these are very much my era.
Yeah.
But coming up to sort of nowadays, meeting Daniel Craig, and
well,
you know, it's always nice.
Fantastic. I mean, you got Russell Crowe up there, and Angelina Jolie, and some, you know, modern day ones. Obviously, you've got people like Michael Caine as well, idol of mine. But the ones like Russell Crowe, how do you get hold of Russell Crowe?
Well, it's when they're over here and they're obviously on possibly one of the TV shows.
Yeah.
Or a classic one is Johnny Depp. I found out when they was doing, I think it might have been the last Caribbean's film over in Greenwich.
Yeah.
And a friend of mine was one of the extras.
Oh,
and they said that because they're not allowed to smoke,
Yeah.
he usually nips out with the extras round the back for a cigarette.
That's right.
And that's when we got into
Yeah.
to sign. If people come in and they've just got a ticket or a program or something, we, you know, depending what it is, if it's a music one, then we can put a CD in with it and turn it into something out of the norm, so to speak.
Yeah. You got Tommy Cooper there as well.
Yes, yeah, Tommy Cooper. That was from a book signing that he did, basically. And what I normally do is, if it's from book signings, I've obviously got the books. If someone came in and bought that, then I'd obviously give them the book to go with it.